Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Radium and today I have for you another boss drop weapon showcase. This time we're doing the Empress of Light's different boss drops, which should be very interesting. Previously we did Terraria and I had a lot of fun recording that episode, so I figured I might as well do something like that again, as right now I need to do these slightly faster videos so I can focus on producing my new series, which is taking a lot of time up. Anyways, I'm just going to throw you through the one thing that I'm not going to be including in this, but rather using in my loadout the entire time. The Empress of Light can very rarely drop these things called the Empress wings. They're incredible wings, and I'm going to be using them for all of these fights. But I'm not going to be doing a showcase on their own. They're just very good wings. That's all there really is to them. And with that said, I'm also updating the testing a little bit. I've also got a single target dummy and multiple target to test out the various weapons for today. With all of that said though, let's get started with, what should I start with? I reckon I'm going to start with the Starlight this time around. This is a sword with 85 melee damage, very fast speed, and it's incredibly unique. Look at this. It's like an incredibly fast copper short sword, basically. Or like the Gladius, but updated and much better range. In terms of DPS, if you're using this on a single target, you can see my loadout now, no offensive buffs. It's averaging about 1500, maybe pushing up to 1600 DPS occasionally. It's very good. For multiple target as well, it stacks. So it'll continually do amazing damage, even for multiple enemies. And it's pretty much a one-to-one stacks, the only flaw being the range. I'm kind of excited to test this out on Queen Slime, so let's just see how it does. I'm going to try and show off these weapons a little bit better than last time, because obviously there's not as many. But they're going to be killing Queen Slime a lot quicker. Just like last time, this is done in normal mode. And yeah, this just shreds the boss, Jesus. Absolutely shreds. Just the damage is unreal in all honesty. Only issue with this sword is, however cool it is, it's not really useful for most bosses. One thing I would say though, is for things like events, this would be honestly incredible. There's not all that much to say about it, it's just a very nice sword, one I'd definitely be happy with getting from the Empress of Light. And now let's get on to the next weapon. Alright guys, next up we have the Night Glow. This is a magic weapon with 59 magic damage, very slow speed, and it uses a ton of mana. This weapon I haven't really used much, but what it does is it shoots these small flares which home in on enemies. It does a lot of damage. I don't know whether it's really usable in this scenario, but if they were to hit, it does a lot of damage. They don't pierce or anything, but they are still incredibly strong, and they will do a lot of damage given the right situation. Since I can't test this on the dummies as it won't home on them, let's just get straight into the fight. Okay. So you'll see, no matter where you fire them, it will target them, and even if they miss the first time round, they'll go back on to get the boss. It's very powerful in my opinion. And I'd say this is on par with the Razor Blade Typhoon in my opinion. It's a very different style weapon. I think it might actually have a tiny bit of pierce, nothing significant. And the DPS compared to the Starlight is a lot lower, but at the same time it's a lot more versatile. And just usable in different situations. I really like this spell. This is a must-have for mages in my opinion. Although there is another magic weapon from the Empress of Light that heavily outshines this weapon, unfortunately. Regardless, still nice to have, and it's a lot more realistic than getting the other one, which I'll show later. Oh god, sorry for the lag spike, Jesus. I don't know why my game isn't running all that well for some reason. But yeah, incredibly powerful, not all that much to it, because we can't test it on dummies or anything. But I reckon this would be a viable weapon for, say, the Lunatic Cultist, even Duke Fisher, if you beat the Empress of Light preemptively. And yeah, very nice weapon overall. Okay guys, next up we have this weapon called the Kaleidoscope. It is a whip. It does 193 summon damage, and for the sake of the test I won't be using any summons with it. I want to be showcasing the whip on its own, to its own merit. It seems quite strong for a whip in all honesty. Let's see what kind of DPS we're looking at. Okay, about 400 damage, but the tag effect will most likely help it a lot. Additionally, the whip drop-off damage isn't too significant as well. Like you'll see for the 4th dummy, it's reduced, but it's nothing too incredibly like minimalistic. Alright, let's get into the fight and see how it does. Honestly, it's kind of difficult to gauge without a summon, but it does seem quite powerful. Allow me to grab myself like a Tempest Staff, just to test alongside this. So I'm just going to summon 3 of them. They do about 200 damage. I don't know what the whip does for them. Okay, yeah, that heavily empowers them. Is that doing that? I couldn't tell you, but they seem to do more damage when paired with the whip, which is nice. A lot more damage, in fact. Additionally, you obviously get the summon tag, which gives them a critical strike chance. And overall, it just seems a lot more powerful when paired with other summons. Obviously, no one's going to be using whips as their only weapon. Always paired with something else, but I really like this whip. I believe this is the best whip in the game, despite not doing the most damage necessarily. I don't use summon an awful lot, so I couldn't give like the most valid opinion on this, but I still really enjoy this weapon. Alright, let's get on to the next item. Alright guys, next up for our list we have a ranged weapon known as the Eventide. It does 61 range damage with average speed, which doesn't sound all that great, but it's an incredibly cool bow. I'm pairing this with Luminite Arrow, so that's probably going to have a massive effect on it. But I feel like I might as well give them the benefit of the doubt and give it extra DPS. Let's see what we're looking at in terms of damage. Okay, so we're looking at 1500, 1600, oh god. Okay, pushing up towards 2100. Yeah, this is a very nice bow. And the shots pierce as well, making it really effective. Look, we're pushing up to 6,500, 7,000. It does seem like a great bow in all honesty. Let's give it a go. Queen Slime. Yeah, this shreds, oh my god. Okay, this is the best weapon so far by a mile. Oh my god. This genuinely shreds. Jesus. What was that, 20 seconds? I couldn't even tell you, this weapon is incredible. From here on out, we have 2 weapons which are ever so slightly harder to get. The Stellar Tune and the Terra Prisma. I'm going to start with the Terra Prisma because a lot more people know about it. It's obviously the rare summon, well, the infamously hard to get summon of 1.4. You have to defeat Daytime Empress to get this thing, which means defeating the Empress of Light when you cannot take a single hit. Obviously it can be exploited with like Master Ninja Gear, Brain of Confusion and Hallowed Armor, but still, it's very hard to get. In terms of the summon itself, I can't test it unfortunately, so we just have to go straight into the boss fight. Wait for it to come up to the platform and I'll show you why this weapon is incredible. Should come on now. Look. Okay, so the weapon on its own does about... It does a very good amount of damage. I don't know how to quantify it precisely, but when paired with this whip, genuinely shreds. This is without an optimized loadout as well. This is just a regular loadout, and it's most likely, in my opinion, the best summon you can have in the game. Which is kind of weird since you can get it so early on, but it's just incredible. Very fun to use. A very good AI for summon as well. A lot of people are complaining about the AIs. This is one of the few that gets almost no complaints, as it's just so effective. But yeah, a lot of people have said lots about this weapon already, so I don't have too much to say. It's just a must-have for summoners, no matter how difficult it is to get. Alright guys, the last weapon we have to review today is the Stellar Tune. This weapon I'm incredibly excited about. It's, I believe, a 1% or like 2.5% drop chance from the Empress of Light. Incredibly rare weapon, and it looks incredible in my opinion. It's a guitar, which is kind of off-putting for me, but it's alright. Let's give it a look. I'm going to wait for the Queen Slime, obviously. Oh wait, we can shoot through stuff. Mad. I'll wait regardless, just to let it come up. Let's see what kind of damage we're looking at. Okay. This is a strange weapon. The trajectory is really weird, but it seems quite strong. despite it being all that rare, I feel like it is better than the night glow, which I've shown already. But it's still not all that great considering 1% drop chance, as this is worse than the Nebula, Arcanum and Blaze. Regardless, it would be incredibly nice to get, and obviously 1% drop chance makes it all the more desirable. It's very nice though, like, it's a bit of a weird spell, and the homing is so strong it's kind of hard to ignore. I think the best way of using it would be to aim at the edge of your screen so it has the maximum amount of travel time. Alright, with all of that said, I think that's honestly the Empress of Light covered. There weren't as many drops compared to the Plantera video, which I kind of think is a good thing, honestly. I want these videos to be quite short and not around 15 minutes long, just to give you my decent thoughts and opinions on them, rather than having an in-depth guide, because quite simply it's not. But I feel like we've covered all the weapons in a pretty good light, and honestly the Empress of Light weapons in general just balanced so well. I really like the direction Relogic went with these weapons. But on that very successful note, I have to say thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And until the next video, I'll see you guys later.